working together for a greater good is sometimes better than trying to do it alone.
Welcome to Colonize the Ocean podcast, where we discuss oceanic colonization, exploration, and education with your hosts Adam Jewell and Brendan Traxler.
So I know that title or the intro makes sense and it's like, duh, that's common sense. But often, especially when you're dealing with companies and startups and other people who think they have this great idea, that it's not as easy. Over the years of networking with different people who have been involved, are involved, or want to get involved with underwater habitats, trying to work together with those people has often butted heads, not because we don't share a common goal, but because everybody thinks their idea is the best idea, and you can't have all chiefs running the organization. So where does that lead us? And I think our track record for where we're at with underwater habitats speaks for itself, where it leads us nowhere. That it is a very niche market that we're in, and it's a market that there doesn't appear to be lots of money being divvied up for those people yet, because nobody's proven that it's a cost-effective and a profitable avenue to go down. Obviously, I strongly disagree with that. I think that ASC has a model that can be proven to be financially stable and profitable, but that's not the point here. The point is that until some of us smaller startups are able to come together and put our resources together, it's going to be very difficult and a long road to get to a point where we're actually building underwater habitats. Now, obviously, all that can change with the right investor and the right connections, and that's part of the reason that I do these podcasts, to be totally honest, is to get our message out there and the information out there for people. But in the meantime, there are a bunch of us out there that are working for underwater habitats. I've talked to people who we're so close, we just lost funding, or hey, I've got this notoriety and stuff along those lines, but I don't have the people here. If all of us could pull together, we have the engineers, we have the marketers, we have the leaders, we have all the different aspects. Each person has their own little cog in the wheel, per se, to get this moving. So it's one of those. So I guess in this podcast, not so much a question, more of a call to action, and let's figure out a way to do this. I know that this last week I was talking with Martin Hankey over in Turkey, and if anybody is familiar with us, they know he's I consider him a friend. And him and I have been talking for years now. I helped him do a live stream that we had Sylvia Earle and Jan Koblik and other notable names several years ago that we were involved with. And we are at this point where we're talking about that. Is, hey, how can we work together? How can we make this happen? Because on our own, we're both struggling. It's a frustrating avenue to be in, where every day we're butting heads and getting no's and moving at a snail's pace. We're moving, and both of us see progress, but it's slow. And what we both have aspects that the other one needs, and how many more out there can join in on this. And the more people can join under this, and we figure out what habitat we're going to design, how we're going to build it, and we're able to have a little humility and patience and in this together, is that the avenue to move forward? If ASC was to go all in with some other organization, we'll take Martin for example, and his Calamar Park. what would that look like? And I don't know. And that is right where the conversation usually stops, because the unknown scares people and keeps us from moving forward. So circling back around to my initial comment here is, what needs to happen is that all of us in the underwater community, whether you're years ahead, years behind, you know people, you have connections, you have ideas, you have tools that each of us need. Maybe you are great at grant writing. Maybe you are artistic and a graphic designer. Maybe you're good with finances. Who knows? There's just so many different avenues that's needed with getting these things moving. And so the call to action and the question is, what can you do? How can you help out? Have you been having this dream of building underwater habitats and have your own idea? That doesn't mean yours still can't get built. I think there's a place for all of them out there. But if we can chip away and start building one of these out there, whoever has the best track record, the quickest, the cheapest, the most effective one, or whatever that margin is, that KPI per se, let's get these things built. Let's get these in the water. Let's start chipping away at these. Get as many different designs and organizations and startups out there, and let's get some underwater habitats out there. Let's get out there and let's get some underwater habitats. So, again, reiterating my question here is, what can you do? How can you help? I would love to hear from anybody that has ideas on this, that has the skill set and the means. Please contact us. We are serious about this. As I'm recording this, we're in the middle of November. This 2023 is quickly dwindling. 2024 is right upon it. Let's make something happen in 2024, and we can do that if we work together.